Unit 2 Punishment in Kindergarten by Kamaladas. This is semester 3, degree second year syllabus. R. Lakshmi, Assistant Professor of English, GDC, Khairtabad. This is the video lesson prepared on the topic Punishment in Kindergarten by Kamaladas. Kamaladas, the Indian writer in English. She was born in Malabar region of Kerala in 1934 to 2009. Her first book of poetry, Summer in Calcutta, in 1965 was published. The Old Playhouse and other poems brought her the wide recognition. Kamaladas in her autobiography reveals about the poem that the poem is based on her experience during a picnic to Victoria Gardens in Calcutta. The poet sitting alone near a hedge when other girls were playing. The poet's teacher saw her sitting alone. She scolded her for not being mingled with the other children. The poem juxtaposes the past and the present. The poet was hurt when her schoolmates laughed at her. When she was scolded by the teacher, she felt disheartened. The central theme of the poem is a contrast between the childhood innocence and adulthood experience. Although the poet declares that there is no need to remember that picnic day, in the hearts of heart, she still remembers that the pain that she had in her childhood is not easily forgotten. As a grown-up girl, she remembers the sharp memory of pain and the blurred images of the people. The poet brings in a contrast between the innocent childhood and the adult experience. The speaker, Kamaladas, in the poem repeats the words, "No need to remember," in the first as well as at the last stanza of the poem, but she would not be able to forget it because psychologists say that no one can forget his or her childhood experience, as these experiences shape our adulthood personality. The language used by Kamala Das in the poem Punishment in Kindergarten is simple. The images and similes used by the poet are attractive. For example, the poet uses the words like pots and pans, the honey-colored days of peace, the sun-warmed hedge, the steel-white sun, or some of the similes and images. The comparison between the speaker of the poem and the sun standing lonely in the sky is really wonderful. So, this is the poem Punishment in the Kindergarten. I read the poem Punishment in Kindergarten by kamaladas. The lines are as follows. Today the world is a little more my own. No need to remember the pain a blue-frocked woman caused, throwing words at me like pots and pans. To drain that honey-colored day of peace, why don't you join the others? What a peculiar child you are. On the lawn, in clusters, sat my class. On the lawn, in clusters, sat my schoolmates sipping sugarcane. They turned and laughed. Children are funny things. They laugh in mirth at other tears. I buried my face in the sun-warmed hedge and smelt the flowers and the pain. The words are muffled now. The laughing faces only a blur. The years have sped along, stopping briefly at beloved hearts and moving sadly on. My mind has found an adult peace. No need to remember that picnic day when I lay hidden by a hedge, watching the steel white sun standing lonely in the sky. So the very fact that the kamaladas recalls the experience so vividly shows that the pain is far from forgotten. So this is all about the punishment in kindergarten. Are